Back with another K-pop reaction video. I just want to say briefly before I get into this one, again, thank you to everybody who has watched and liked and commented. It's been a very fun experience so far. I've enjoyed a lot of this music and videos, and it's fascinating, the whole genre. And every single person who's interacted so far has been very positive and supportive and helpful and kind and cool, and just any artist or performer would be happy to have fans like you guys. You do a very good job of representing the groups and the genre overall. So thank you very much. This is Aespa, Black Mamba.
I'm addicted, 끊임없이 말을 걸어주는 나의 Aespa. 이런 교감, 너의 존재 날 다른 차원으로 이끌었지. 난 세상 중심에 you're in the flat. 내 모든 액션 어린 너의 힘을 키워. 언젠가부터 sink out. 너 이제 끝이 보여. 더 이상 못 찾겠어. 너의 유혹에 섞인 건 Black Mamba. 넌 광야를 떠돌고 있어. 나의 분신을 잡고 싶어. I'm addicted, 선언만으론 너의 거대함을 이기지 못해. I'm exhausted, 너의 존재 모든 장벽들을 먹고 자라났지. Aespa는 나야, 둘이 될 순 없어. Monochrome to colors, 이건 evolution. 위험한 눈을 쳐. 매혹적이지만 널 부정을 받게. 모든 걸 삼켜버릴 Black Mamba. 넌 광야를 떠돌고 있어. 내게 맞서는 질 수 없어. I'm a Mamba. 거울 속에 나는 내가 아닐까. 이끌어져 버린 환영인 걸까. 다시 너와 연결될 수 있다면 너를 만나고 싶어. 이제 모든 걸 삼켜버릴 Black Mamba. 넌 광야를 떠돌고 있어. 내게 맞서는 질 수 없어. I'm a Mamba.
Very cool. Very cool. Aespa, say what you will, man. These girls are sensational. They're just like Oh man, they're so beautiful too. They're like wow. It makes sense, that they I mean, because they do have this attitude, they have this they're sort of very defiant. They're very strong as a group too. The yeah, they are a strong group together. I always enjoy their choreography. It's a let me see. Well, it feels a little bit more edgy. Like it has like a little bit more you know, of an edge to it, I guess you could say. Um but they just have such a style that they really have a strong groove here, at least. I'm pretty sure this is connected to the previous videos, Next Level and Girls. I think these are all part of the same work, and that there's the continuity among them. So it fit perfectly. It was streamlined with the others, even though it had its own groove very much. Great bass sound, again, the synthesized bass sound, which I really enjoyed in the Next Level track. It's great mix overall. It's always very clean. It's always spaced out nicely. You have to balance things right. Figure out what needs to go in the right side or what needs to go in the left side. Because most music today that's produced, it's headphone music. We call it because it's depending on the cans here. Like they have that in mind from the very beginning. This one had a pretty straightforward rhythm to it. It didn't so much change up in tempos as much as it opened up in the space that it had already established. It was a pretty nice breakdown part where we got like piano chord sound and also some fantastic vocals over it. Yeah, there's so much to wrap your head around when it comes to these groups, especially when they start to get very conceptual like this. This is something I enjoy about it, is that there's so much thought put into all of these. Like, just there's an amazing amount of work and consideration and practice and just everything that goes behind every single one of these groups. It's very impressive all the time. It always is. And Aespa's got their own. They got their own style. They got their own groove. Oh, it's great bass. Yeah, right from the start. Again, kind of like Mission Impossible kind of a vibe to it. I mean, it's mysterious. It's like modern, a little bit dark, a little bit mysterious. It's great. It's got a great energy.
I'm addicted, 끊임없이 말을 걸어주는 나의 Aespa. 이런 교감, 너의 존재 날 다른 차원으로 이끌었지.
I have to. I gotta do it because it's Karina. Let's just be honest, right? Man, she's beautiful, and she's like she's just a leader, right? She's a natural leader in the group. But my goodness, this group is like they're very, very pretty. Yeah, it's incredible, sensational. very visual, like video. Just that choreography. Oh my. Great color scheme. Again, just look, this sequence right here, right? Doesn't this look cool? I mean, you know, it's very specific with the actual colors that are being used. But I like these purples. I like these greens. I like the in and outs with the pinks too. The way all of this mixes together. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful video. Again, it just, these groups are the production behind this is just, it's next level, right? It's so good. See the rhythm there, right? Just making it almost using a vocal line in a more percussive way, right? And you have the actual percussion that I'm not sure what it could be synthesized. That might not be a real hit that's going on there, but you have two different, right? You have two different rhythms, ma 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 ma, and then you have ta 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 ta. That's going on too in the right, and then that bass part is staying consistent throughout of this, and that's, bass is always what keeps everything together. You know, it's always what supports everything in it. So excellent use of space again as we're changing sections here. K-pop does it best. They just do. Like, I can't. If it were, you know, if it weren't true, then I wouldn't be able to describe it that way. But it is. All of these little, like, there's a little almost like a woodblock sound in the left, right? In the left, correct? It's and even the little like woo sounds, right? At the end of that line there, you hear a little woo, and then the next part they go into the next vocal lines. All of those have they're panned out in different sections, and they're a bit wet. They have a little bit of reverb and a little bit of delay on there. But it's again, it's just a nice layering, right? Just creating the texture and giving you space through the sound engineering. It's always so good. It looks great. The lighting on that is great. It is Snake. Okay, so what's going on here? I mean, I'm starting to get more of the context of the, you know, their thematic, conceptual part of this work, you know. Sort of a difference between like a projected digital reality that everybody's plugged into and then like an actual reality. You know, like the line in there was I am the Aespa, there can't be two. So there's like I'm trying to, you know, glean the correct interpretation of the story, the narrative that's going on. So this is, obviously the song's called Black Mamba, and Black Mamba's the villain. So Black Mamba has some way of accessing Karina, like, and I guess the other girls, is this is like she's tapping in, she's like hacking in or something. It's crazy effect on the eye. I don't know if that's like on the album or the studio recording, but for the purposes of the video production, that was a great another breakup of the space. Like it in between that scene right there was just there was a lot of ambience. It was just space. It was just, and then she was transported to this room that was big and empty, and it was just her and Black Mamba. And then when that bass dropped back in, it was very impactful, right? It was very effective. It's great, and with the choreography too. This part, this is great. Because the it's been fairly consistent so far, right? As far as the rhythms that you hear, it hasn't really taken a break yet until this point. Well, the little sequence there was a little bit of a breakup, but it dropped you right back into that same beat that was going on from before. This is a good change up here, and I was noticing some of the lyrics here. It is a little bit more personal. There's a lot of talk about closeness and connection, and so it makes sense to arrange it, and it's great for this part that you get a more sort of organic piano sound. It's more like tactile, like you can feel it a little bit more when it's a more natural sounding. Like a piano sound or something like that. And then also the vocal line comes in. We get these beautiful lines right over the piano chords, and I'm not sure it could. Hold on, let me see. Okay, yeah, we're definitely minor. Very cool set pieces. The lighting. You notice. Okay, so like there's different layers to the lighting in shots like this. This is why they have shadows like on the front, right? They're essentially backlit here. All the like when they use these graphics and the visuals in these videos, you get different layers from front to back. The animated stuff is two-dimensional. It comes up to the front very close, almost like stickers on glass or something, or something popping up on your screen on your phone, right? And then you have the sort of foreground, the main space that they're always dancing in or sitting in, or whatever the shot is. And then they'll incorporate things like the snake and other 3D graphics to give even more depth to the shot, to sort of elongate the distance between the background and the foreground. It works and it makes sense with the video concepts, the way that they are have it predicated upon this thing about two realities that are going on at the same time. Just again, very, very thoughtful production, right? Just everything, like there's so much coordination, there's so much planning, there's so much it's very impressive. It's always very, very impressive. Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's very in the same style as the other tracks. It preserves that continuity, and that's just another fun one. Aespa's very cool, very hip, very modern, very edgy. They're a sensational group. They really are. Yeah, I look forward to seeing a lot more Aespa. But I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed this one for its consistent groove. I enjoyed the video production as well. Great vocal work in this one. There was a little less, to me anyways, as I recall hearing, a little bit less of the rap rhythm stylings. Much more R&B, which is not bad. It's just not like a critical point or anything. This is something I enjoyed about it. But Aespa, man, they're cool and they're hot and they're pretty awesome. So I look forward to more Aespa. That was Black Mamba. Just to round out the story now, I think there's a couple more tracks off of the Savage mini album, and so I may take a look at those as well, just to see how they fit along with the sound at least, because I don't know for sure if I don't believe that there was videos made for all of the tracks, only for maybe for these four. But just to understand the entire album production itself, right? And see the continuity of sound across all of the tracks. It's fun. Aespa's an exciting group. I enjoy their stuff every time.